Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Recovery Perfects, where you will learn practical tools to help you follow good, orderly direction. I'm your host, Dr. Doc Snipes. Today we are discussing Deuteronomy chapter 7, verses 14 and 15, finding hope in change. Scripture says, "You will be blessed more than any other people. None of your men or women will be childless, nor will any of your livestock be without young. The Lord will keep you free from every disease. He will not inflict on you the horrible diseases you knew in Egypt, but he will inflict them on all who hate you." Well, that sounds pretty good. How does that apply? Remember, back when Deuteronomy was written, it was really important to have big families because there weren't machines that could help you do things, and the mortality rate was pretty high. So this is saying if you love one another, you're going to be more prosperous. If you rely on one another, you are going to be more prosperous. When we are under stress, we are vulnerable to many stress-related diseases. And those diseases can end up being terminal. And so it's important to recognize that when you follow good, orderly direction, not only are you developing the capacity to love yourself and feel safe in your own skin and develop a supportive community that can help you more efficiently and effective move towards your rich and meaningful life, but you're also reducing stress, which is going to help you stay healthier. It's going to help you, when you reduce stress, reduce depression, reduce anxiety, reduce anger, and reduce the need for addictions. Those who hate you, as they talk about in the Bible, are those who have not found the serenity of recovery. They may feel threatened by your rejection of their behaviors and your happiness. They see you over there, they're like, why can't you do this, that, or the other? I can, and look how happy I am. Are they really happy? But they will continue to struggle with the diseases that plague them. And a lot of people in our culture may put on a happy face, but inside they struggle with loneliness and self-doubt and depression and anxiety that they either hide and fake or they self-medicate. And that is not a rich and meaningful life. How do those who are repeating the same behaviors and expecting different results continue to be afflicted? If I continue to be negative and judgmental and self-centered, how is that going to help me be happier and feel less lonely and more connected to others? It ain't. That's just the way it is. People who have addictions and they give up one addiction for another, they're still repeating the same behaviors. If I give up alcohol, if I've got addiction to alcohol, but then I start gambling, I'm just swapping over one numbing agent for another. I'm not addressing the problems. I'm not following good, orderly direction. Remaining in a victim mentality prevents people from using their energy to become a survivor. If I continue to think everybody is toxic and everything out there is dangerous, then I'm not giving myself the opportunity to develop relationships with people who are healthy, who are loving, who are compassionate. Egypt, if you want to think about it this way, was your active addiction or your mental disorder. When the Israelites were in Egypt, they were enslaved. Life sucked. They knew what to expect, so it was hard to change. Took a while for them to kind of get it in their heads that, hey, there's something out there better than this, and I actually can achieve it. Think about how that applies to recovery. Once they decided that, then they had to make the decision to do the hard work, to endure the challenges as they moved through the wilderness of change. Now, obviously, in the Bible, they're talking about like actual wilderness, but in our recovery, wilderness represents being out in a place where it's hard to find your way and you're trying to find the right path, a place you've never been before. And that's okay. It can be terrifying. But when you are doing it with people who support you, just like the Israelites were, it wasn't one guy going off on his own. It was tens of thousands of people working together to endure and earnestly work toward a better life. God doesn't promise it will be easy, but you will not be tormented by those diseases anymore. When you start following good, orderly direction, you are going to have anxiety sometimes. You're going to get angry sometimes. You're going to feel depressed sometimes. You may even have cravings sometimes. And that's okay. Those are feelings. Feelings are not facts, and feelings are designed to tell you, hey, you may need to do something. Not you do need to. It's a warning sign, like a smoke alarm that says, let's check this out and see if there's a problem. When you have those feelings, good orderly direction helps you prudently assess the situation and make the most compassionate and respectful choice to handle it, to reduce your anxiety, to feel less threatened, less hopeless. Recovery and good orderly direction may not make distress go away completely, but it can help you manage the condition to the best extent possible so you can live a rich and meaningful life. I've talked with a lot of people who have chronic pain or a chronic illness or bipolar disorder or addiction. And these are chronic conditions that people have to think about, have to remain mindful of on a daily basis to prevent relapses. Is it as easy as somebody who doesn't have those conditions? No, it's not. But good orderly direction provides a framework of support so you can more easily endure any challenges that come your way. Please like, subscribe, and share. Anything you can do to help get the word out about the channel is very helpful.